Fine. All right. Please be joined by Bill McKoskey, with Horwitz, MEP contractor right here in the Twin Cities. Bill, I understand that you're planning to retire here pretty soon.
Yep, it's a firm plan.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
So,
done at the Thanksgiving of 24. I'm out of here.
okay. And so you're the currently the CEO or president. What's your current title?
Well, last week I was. Today I'm nobody.
Okay, you're officially done then.
Yeah, I've lost my title. I still have a lot of responsibilities, but I'm focusing on selling projects and doing the pre-con work, which is kind of bringing it from sale to when construction drawings are ready to move out to the field and build something. So
Okay,
my title's probably pre-construction manager right now.
okay, okay. And tell us a little bit about the history of the company. I just read a little bit on the website. Sounds like you've been around an awful long time and have quite a history there.
Yeah, Horwitz is over 100 years old, so we've been around for a long time. A gentleman named Harry Horwitz started this on his own in 1918. Um, did primarily plumbing for probably the first 50 years, and slowly we've just kind of expanded to a full menu specialty contractor over time.
Okay. And how long have you been with the company?
I started in 88, so 36 years, 35 and a half at the moment.
Okay. I understand you were an
Yep.
studied engineering at the U of M, is that right?
Correct. I'm a gopher. Yeah. Mechanical engineer.
And how did you end up at Horwitz?
It's fluke. I used to post on my wall all my rejection letters from my various interviews my senior year at the U. And my mom called me one day and said, "Hey, I saw this sign." And on the sign, it apparently had the words mechanical and HVAC. And she knew I had had a class in that. So she said, "You should give these guys a call." So I did, and they said, "We were just talking about hiring a young engineer today. Why don't you come in and we'll chat with you?" And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. So you just sort of worked your way up.
Yeah, yeah. Did pretty much everything when I started. I'd be delivering to a job site one day. I'd work in accounting the next day because they were short-staffed, and be doing engineering projects on the buildings we were building and just supporting the entire team.
Okay. And what types of work do you do? Is it residential, commercial, all over the map?
Yeah, primarily commercial. We'll do multi-housing type residential, but we don't get into any, private residences.
Okay. Any significant projects that you've worked on over the years that you could mention?
Yeah, we've done a lot with Target. So we did their downtown office towers. We did their North Campus. We've done a lot with Medtronic. Best Buy corporate campus on 494 in Richfield, if you know that one.
Mhm.
So lots of corporate clients, lots of high tech, Boston Scientific, Medtronic, Polaris, companies like that. We're primarily design build. We like to design in-house and build it. So that's kind of our differentiator, the fact that we can design it and build it.
Okay. All right. And so, can you talk a little bit about how you became interested in engineering as a career choice?
I had to do something, you're in high school, you're in college, you got to figure something out. So I just went to engineering, probably because my dad said, "Hey, this would be a good thing for you to do." He wasn't an engineer. He worked for Ecolab for 35 years, but more on
Mhm.
the business side. But I'm guessing he saw a lot of engineers in his daily activities and thought there was something there. How I got into this industry, like I said, I just took the first job I could get in 1988. So I've certainly never had this passion or this dream of getting into the mechanical construction world, but it's been good to me. can't complain. It's a hustle business. If you work really hard and you're reasonably smart, you can do really well for yourself.
What do you like about it?
I like the competition. I've always been into that piece, and we compete for every job to get it initially, and then you compete to make sure you're going to make money on it and keep everyone happy. So that's probably the one aspect I'll miss when I'm done is that competitive environment that we're in this world.
Okay. And so can you give us a sense of how much the company has grown? It's, I mean, if you go way back, it sounds
Uh,
like you just started out as a plumbing company, right? But in recent years, have you seen a fair amount of growth?
Yeah, we've changed a lot. I think I learned a lot in '08, '09, and 10 that we needed to diversify. So prior to that, we were primarily a wet side and plumbing mechanical contractor. And those were really tough years, and we were not diverse enough. And because of that, I had to lay a lot of people off and pay a lot of people less. And that was very painful. So I've kind of had this theory going beyond that of growth through diversification, where we started adding different items to our menu. We bought a service company. We bought an insulation company. We bought a temperature control company. Organically, we started electrical divisions and millwright divisions. We also bought an industrial ventilation company. So we've changed a lot over the years. Our menu has expanded, and the theory was that that's going to help us get through the next tough economic times whenever they do present themselves.
Yeah, and I'm curious what you make of the when you look ahead to the coming year. What is sort of your outlook for the MEP industry? And I know a lot of people are struggling to find workers. I don't know if that's a particular concern of yours, but and then of course, just as the workloads are a huge issue now with the especially what we're seeing in the credit markets and things like that. But what is your big picture outlook for the coming
Yeah,
year?
I mean, there's probably two questions there. One, the people
Yeah.
piece. We've been struggling to find people for, I don't know, probably 10 years. And even today, I think we have 13 positions out there where we're looking. And this is all from an office perspective, not necessarily the field. We're a
Mhm.
union company and we go to the halls that we're signatory to when we need field people. But we've been struggling to find project managers, struggling to find engineers, pre-construction managers. That's been a real challenge, and that continues. We're constantly trying to figure out a new way to solve that. And we haven't yet, whether it's headhunters or hiring our own internal HR, hiring folks. That's been a challenge, and I don't see that changing. As far as work, um, I'm always nervous about it because I'm always waiting for the next downturn because it freaks me out. Just what comes with it are ugly, ugly situations of having to get rid of good people or pay them less than you should. But I'm not seeing it. We certainly lag. We get work from someone who decided to build something a year ago, and then it takes us 2 years to build it. So we can be busy while things are beginning to slow down. We currently have the largest backlog we've ever had. The one thing, 2023, we were awarded more work than we've ever been awarded. So we're in a great position for 24 and most of 25. Um, I often talk to the architects. They kind of see it before us. And then the GCs start to see it, and they're a little more nervous than I am. But my biggest fear right now is just profitably building successfully everything we have on our current plate, which is a lot. I'm grateful for what we have, and we just got to make sure we do it well. And I'll worry about the downturn when we're done being successful with what we have on our current plate. Actually, I
Yeah.
won't even be here. So that's the nice thing, is I don't really need to worry about it. I'll be gone.
Well, that's exactly where I was going with my next question is what are your plans coming up for retirement? You gonna be doing traveling or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. I've kind of cheated my wife on extended travel. I'm a long weekend guy because the pain is too substantial to be gone. So we'll definitely do some trips to Europe, and we're planning a safari. I'm going to turn my alarm off. That's the first thing I'm going to do so that I can just wake up at a normal time and not super early. Um, and I'm just going to relax. I'm sure after a couple months, I'll start itching and I'll figure out what I'm going to do next. But those first couple months should be pretty awesome.
Planning a safari, that sounds pretty exciting.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Yep.
So, well, great. Well, I know, Bill, it sounds like you've got some work to do this morning and still some meetings to do before you can get into those pack for your safari and things of that
Yeah.
nature. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, but is there anything else that you'd care to talk about or just any parting shots before I let you go?
No, nothing I can add. I'm in a good spot. Horwitz is in a great spot. The folks that are replacing me are better than me, so we'll be solid long term.
Great. Well, thank you for your time, Bill, and best wishes to you in retirement.
Good. Pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Take care.